Greetings from the Motor City. My name is Malika Garner. I am a maternal child health professional and advocate in the city of Detroit, Michigan. Well-being is a game changer for me because it causes us to sort of shift a paradigm about the systems that we work in, and really re-envision what is possible, right? And it also causes us to really acknowledge the truth of inequity, and causes us to really also acknowledge our collective need for health, for healing, and for our humanity.
Hi, everyone. Well-being changed the game for us here at the Greater Sum Foundation when we started incorporating it into the way we evaluate proposals and projects. So we ask ourselves, is this going to make people experience more mattering, more safety, more stability, more connectedness, access to more resources that they want and need? And that makes us more effective, and it makes us a more engaged member of our community. So I'm Anna Taylor from Jacksonville, Florida, and I am a well-being champion.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever the world finds you at today. Well-being changed the game for me because it gave me a way to share what was in my heart about the needs of our community. It was a vehicle that I could use to convey this idea that it was more than one issue that brought us to this place, and it will take more than one solution to bring about the significant change that we need. It allowed me to take a theory of change and bring the nuance of my community's lived experience and apply it in a way that was community centered and holistic enough to wrestle with what neighborhoods like mine have been dealing with, disinvested in for close to 50 years. It was a way that we could find hope and encouragement that could lead to the one thing that all communities like mine need, and that is trust. My name is Patrick McNeil. I hail from the north side of Flint, Michigan, and I am a well-being champion.
Keisha Chambers, City of Cleveland, Mayor's Office of Capital Projects. In making this reconnection to the lake, we wanted to make sure that we, one, brought the community to the table to make sure that they were able to be a part of us realigning the community with Lake Erie, which is a beautiful natural resource. Um, and it was also very important for us to make sure we captured the history and we didn't shy away from what infrastructure has done to impact our community and why so many people now distrust community or city projects because of some of the disconnections and detriment that it has brought to our constituents. We did an initial survey. We collected over 4,000 surveys. We thought that was successful. But as we started to look at the data, we realized that we were only really capturing white constituents with incomes around over $100,000. And that is not demonstrative of our community's demographics. So what happened? Where do we go wrong, and how do we address this? And Wellbeing gave us the tools, gave us the language, and gave us the approach to go back out to the community and to have those conversations and to get the information that we needed that would help us to better design and align this project to what the community's wishes. So using this tool has helped us to kind of reapproach how we do public engagement. So much so that we are now through a public engagement consulting, finding out how we can incorporate well-being into our language and approach as we move forward all of our projects.
Well-being changed the game for me because when people understand trade-offs, their perspectives shift. I work in the anti-trafficking sector, and in that sector, I find that there's a lot of people who have biases that they may not even realize they have against the people that they're working with, and they ask questions like, why do people put themselves in those situations? Or how can I convince them that they need to change their behavior? And learning about well-being helps people realize that all of our behaviors are ultimately driven by us wanting to care for ourselves the best way we can. Well-being helps us and our partners notice some of our own biases, and it can move us towards genuinely non-judgmental services and care. I'm Chris Ash, and I'm joining from North Carolina, and I am really proud to be a well-being champion and to be here with you today.
Hi, I'm Kelly Landacre, and I'm here to talk about well-being. Well-being as a movement, because it is a movement. It's people who have come together to try to increase the possibility and the sustainability of people having a fair shot to well-being. I'm excited to have been involved with the Full Frame Initiative in a couple of different arenas for quite some time now. And I support that belief that everyone deserves a fair shot. And I am excited to try to continue that work. So even though Full Frame Initiative is ending, the work will not end. The work will continue. So I am very, very excited that I have been asked to be a champion and a steward of this work. And I have every intention of committing to ensuring that people everywhere have a shot at well-being. And I am Kelly Landacre, and I am proud to be a steward. Thank you.
Greetings, my name is Tamara Bauman. I am a Seattle resident, and I sit on the Continuum of Care Board in Seattle-King County, as well as the leadership team member of the Lived Experience Coalition in Washington State. A focus on well-being has transformed my work in that I now frame it to others as a universal drive for well-being, which fosters curiosity and creativity and collaboration, which creates the conditions for co-designing more equitable policies and based on a shared language and understanding. And individuals with lived experiences of homelessness will soon be the primary decision makers with whom we are to share power and responsibility for improving the social and economic conditions of our communities. My goal is to develop high-impact policy agendas that focus on liberatory governance and values-driven social impact.
Hi, everybody. I'm Zav Briggs. I'm recording this in Washington, D.C. I'm originally from Miami. And well-being has been such a powerful idea for me. What brought me into this work is an interest in how development and growth can happen with communities and for them, really addressing their needs rather than simply happening to them. If we think about something like infrastructure that's so critical for shaping our country and its future, protecting us, moving us from point A to point B, providing power in our lives. Infrastructure too often in the past has been planned to meet the needs of a big system of the economy, but not necessarily to see communities and to think about what lets everybody flourish. And at the end of the day, what is all of this stuff, including this physical stuff of infrastructure, all the different parts of our built environment, what is it for if not helping everyone to flourish, to have access to well-being? So that's my connection to the work as a planner and often a policy guy and sometimes a teacher. And it has been so eye-opening and so illuminating and so innovative to apply a well-being lens to shaping the built environment and the investment of millions and sometimes billions of dollars all around us. My name is Zav Briggs, and I'm proud to be a well-being champion.
Living in the overwhelm of today, of living in red state territory, of whatever, it can seem too big to be a champion. But in our conversation, we all realize we all are doing something in our space, and that we can and we do that. If it's building a community garden and folks planning together, whatever, if it's drawing from our ancestors' wisdom and all the lessons that history teaches us, we can do that, and we will do that, and not be distracted by all the games and the chaos and this word, diversity, equity, inclusion. Just stay focused on what you know you're doing that's based in the principles of the 5 domains of well-being. Do that and engage with other people, and you are. addressing equity.